Good morning everyone, I hope you're all doing great. In this video I'll show you how we make a chocolate orange cake at home. And so I'll start with the ingredients. You need flour. We're using oatmeal flour. You need an orange because we're making an orange cake. You need a bowl and a mixer to mix everything. And we will also use the juice of this orange to sweeten it. We will use 3 eggs, cinnamon, cardamom, cacao powder, and you can also add things like coconut, dried coconut. So that's what we have here. And we're also using baking powder. And a grater to grate the peel of the orange, because that's what we will use as well, and that contains a lot of vitamin C, so it's super healthy. You can also use some drops of vanilla in the cake if you like vanilla, and we're also putting some grass butter in the cake. You can also substitute this with coconut oil or any other oil like avocado oil. We're using 1 tablespoon, and we also put some in this bowl, because in this plate, because this will go in the oven, so it's already oily. So we melted it and then we put it already in this bowl. We'll start with the flour. We'll put the flour in a bowl, and we will also use a sieve, as you can see. I'm showing you how much we put. So this is 1 cup. We're using 2 cups, so this is the first cup. And now we're adding the second cup, and also to sieve. Until there's nothing left, or almost nothing. So we start with the dry ingredients first. Now we're adding 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Then we're adding some cinnamon. You can add as much as you want, like 1 teaspoon for example. Now we're adding some cardamom powder, also 1 teaspoon. And we're adding some more cardamom. You can add as much as you like. And now we're mixing everything together. And so the reason why we have 2 bowls is because we will add the dry ingredients in 1 bowl and the wet ingredients in the other bowl. And now we will add some cacao powder. You can add as much as you want. We're adding 2 or around 2 teaspoons. And now we're mixing everything together. Now we will juice the orange to have the orange juice. We're using 1 orange, as you can see. And we will also use the peel of the orange for vitamin C, of course. Especially needed now. Look how beautiful and delicious. with this virus going on, we need to boost our immune system, so we need to increase our vitamin C intake, very important, as it has been shown to help your body fight infections and viruses. Okay, so in the other bowl we will now add the eggs. And we will mix the eggs first. Mix it very well. We will add the coconut, dried coconut in the eggs. You can also add it to the dry ingredients, whatever you want, but we're adding it to the eggs. That's not really a problem, as long as there is no flour in there. And we will mix again. Now you can also add the vanilla. You can add some drops. And mix again. Now we will grate the orange peel in the wet ingredients. It smells delicious. By doing so, you also won't really smell the egg in the cake, you know, when the cake is finished. Sometimes some cakes you can really taste the egg and smell it, which is not so very nice, but this will give it really an orange flavor instead of an egg flavor, you know, when you put eggs in your cake. So it's very delicious, and it smells also very delicious, and it is super healthy. And we will mix everything together. So we used 1 orange, 2 halves of the peels, and we will mix everything now. And we will also add the butter now. It's around 1 tablespoon, and we melted it on the stove, and now we will mix everything. And we'll also add now the orange juice to the wet ingredients. This will sweeten the cake and give it an orange flavor, which is delicious. When you've mixed everything, so the dry ingredients as well as the wet ingredients, you can now warm the oven. You can turn it on 200 degrees right now for now. And then you can just come and add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients. You can add it with a spoon, you can add it with your hands, whatever you want, and then we will mix everything together, and we will see how the texture is like. So first we will mix. So it's best to mix everything one side, so one way, so like this, and just continue to do so, just the same side. That's best to mix everything good together. So this is how it looks like now, and yeah, so it's basically a cake. It's also like a bread texture. It's just delicious, just, you know, a snack you can take with you to work, to school, you know, wherever you go. Well, right now I think you're just sitting home, most of us, so yeah, you can just have it as a snack, you know. It's very filling and super healthy, so no sugar. So yeah, the texture is good, but it's a little bit too wet, so we will add some a little bit more flour. So when you see it's a little bit too wet, you add some flour. When you see it's a little bit too dry, you can add some orange juice, or maybe some water as well. And we'll mix again. So this texture is perfect now. It's not too wet, it's not too dry. So we'll put it in there now. We put some butter already in it, melted butter. You can also add any other oil, like coconut oil, avocado oil. Those are my favorite oils. Okay, so the cake is now ready. You can put it in the oven, but we forgot to add nuts in the cake, in the mixture. So what you can do is you can still add the nuts, so that's what we will do. You can put it just, decorate it on the cake, but you can also just mix it again. So that's what we will do now. You can leave it like this, for example. You can also add some nuts as decoration, but we will just mix it because you're supposed to mix these grounded nuts, walnuts, with the wet ingredients, and then just mix everything together, So that's what we will do now. Now we mix everything together, and you can just shake it a little bit. Like this. Now you can put it in the oven, or you can decorate it. We are using some pecan nuts, Put it on the mixture for decoration, and it's also healthy and delicious. And now we'll put it in the oven, change the temperature to 180 degrees and put it in the oven for 45 minutes. So now put it in the oven. Don't forget 180 degrees for 45 minutes. After 45 minutes, we'll take out the cake to check if it's done. So that's how it looks like. So how can we see if it's done? You need a toothpick, and then you put in the cake, and if there's no cake on the toothpick, so there's not really any on this toothpick, then it's ready. So now we take it out and we let it cool. So it's still super hot, as you can see, so we will let it cool first and then we will taste it. By the way, it smells delicious. You could already smell it when it was still in the oven. Let's see how it looks like. It's cooled now. It smells so good. So it's like a cake, bread, whatever you want to call it, but it's delicious. Yummy. Enjoy. If you like this video, please let me know, and I'll hope to see you in another video. Bye.